Today we're going to demonstrate some system hardening techniques in our server 2019. First of all, we're going to say that we are constantly attacked by hackers in our systems. So we're going to demonstrate four of those techniques today. The first one is called OS hardening, which consists basically in locking our system uh, to create a more secure environment. We're going to start by basically disabling services that are not necessary. And how do we do this? Basic, uh, we're gonna run a netstat command, open the command prompt as administrator, and we type netstat dash space dash aon. And now we can see all the applications and port running in our system. There are too many, that's why we open uh, in the previous moment. But we can also select only the ports that are actually open on the computer. And we'll do this by the same command, it's stat dash aon space dash p.tcp. So to list all the ports, TCP ports open in the computer. Now, if we want to know, for example, which application, this the PDI is basically the application ID. And up on the address, local address, after the IP, we can see which ports the application is using. So for example, if we look, the PID4 is using port 139 and also is using a 449.67.6. So we basically want to open a task manager, and in the task manager, we can list the PIDs by, let's say, by PID, and we can see the system is using in this case, the PID number 4 is for the system. If we want to look any other one, uh, we can do, and for example, check 492. So we go over here, 492 is a Windows uh, exe, so it's running. We can see, we can look, for example, 648. 648 is ISO exe. So, but we can look for all these. After we say determine that this is not a good software running in our computer, we can stop by going also on the services. In this case, for example, we're gonna say the Bluetooth support service, we don't need it. We don't know why it's running. So basically we just double click, we open services, double click over the service. Over here we can say disable or set to manually, but usually we say disable and then stop it. Once the server is stopped, we apply OK, so the service will be stopped. We can hard the applications by installing the latest patches. And how we do this, actually every application will have, if you go open the application, you can go sometimes under help, and under help it says there is an update, so you can go ahead and install it. For Windows itself, you gotta go to Windows settings and update and security, and you can check over here if you have the latest update. That's a way to do the system update. In this also over here we have Windows Security, which is our main antivirus software. You can see there is no virus. Uh, it's up to date. So you can see that the last scan was today. There was no, there is 3,183 files were scanned, but there's nothing, let's say, no thread was found. We can also make sure to harden the system, make sure the firewall is enabled. Uh, we can perform a vulnerability scans with frequent scans to make sure our system is not infected. There's other software that can be used for this purpose, like GFI LandGuard, Microsoft Vaseline Security Analyzer, or Microsoft Security Compliance. For the hardware itself, we can hard the hardware first by going to the BIOS and basically change the BIOS password, create a password for the BIOS, and make sure under the booting devices or booting or the order for booting, you select the hard disk because a hacker can actually, believe it or not, can boot our computers by using the DVD RAM. So we gotta make sure we have again an anti-malware program, which we already have. We're supposed to do a scan, make sure that Windows is up to date, and this will do the best protection for our system. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you.